Hi guys, welcome back on another Sunday afternoon. Today I'm going to be a little bit more excited than usual as we're going to do my first viewer watch collection review. Today we're going to talk about AJ's watch collection. Let's do this. Alright guys, before we start, AJ, en serio, muchísimas gracias para esta oportunidad. Thanks a lot for giving me the opportunity reviewing your watch collection. And a great collection it is. Starting with your first piece, the Bulova Automatic 42mm. It's your first watch you purchased when you moved to the headquarter offices. And I think it's a cool watch to have. I'm not the biggest fan of open heart dials, but come on, with its 42mm, it does have a great wrist presence. It is dressy, you can dress it up and down. Right now you do wear it on a NATO strap, before it came on a leather strap. I think this watch as well could look great on a middle grade Pearl or a NATO. But yeah, it's a cool everyday watch. It's an automatic watch, and Bulova does have its own history and is a very cool brand. So an interesting and great start for collecting watches. The second watch you actually purchased was the Tag Heuer Monaco as your first real watch. And man, I have to admit, I'm a huge fan of the Monaco, and it's a beautiful piece, as you mentioned, Steve McQueen word, and it really pops. This square shape, matching the square shape of the subdials, the red subdial hands and stop second hand do pop. It is very versatile, especially if you wear it like you do on the alligator strap in blue, and it's a beautiful piece. It's a great addition to your existing Bulova, and yeah, I do understand why you did choose it over the Speedmaster you did consider as well. It has its automatic windable movement. It's easier to carry every day, as you don't have to wind up every morning the watch, and yeah, in comparison, don't kill me guys, but in comparison the Speedmaster do look a little bit more calm. I think it's a good addition to your collection. It's an awesome watch. I do like it a lot. 39mm do sound small. I assure you guys they are not, because you do have this square shape, and their 39mm do have a real great wrist presence. Also the height of the watch, due to the chronograph movement, is a little bit higher, and man, good choice, great watch, and a good addition to your collection. The third watch you got was then the Armida A1 in 45mm, and the first dive watch, which adds nicely to the existing collection, and it's a bronze piece. As you did get a little bit deeper into the watch theme, watch topics, you discovered bronze watches, and the Armida is awesome. 45mm, yeah, the watch is on the bigger side. Nevertheless, the lugs are not too long. I think this watch does wear very, very comfortable. You do wear it on a beautiful vintage leather strap, which is a perfect match. You got it also as a beta watch, in addition to your Bulova. As you do have sometimes also on site meetings and visits, and I think it's a great choice. Actually, this watch in 5 years with patina and yeah, the marks of your work outside, this is going to become a really, really gorgeous piece actually. And it's a cool as well addition to the existing collection. After the Armida, you purchased the Orient Bambino. On the one hand, you do like the different shapes of crystals, and I know the Bambino looks awesome. On the other hand, I think it was about time getting a white or off-white color dial. The Bambino you can dress up, you can dress down as you like, and I do like actually the leather NATO strap you wear it on right now. It's great, it's not too big, it's not too small. You've got the Rome dials this watch pops as well. I like the Orient line, and the Bambino does have its fans in the watch collecting world and is a great piece. So I do like the Bambino a lot, and I think it matches very well and does have its own place in your box. After the Bambino, you sticked with Japanese divers, but due to a stressful time, you investigate a little bit in watches with orange dials. Especially you checked out the Doxa line, and also the Seiko Monster, and decided to reward you due to the stressful time in the company for purchasing the Seiko Monster. And it is a beautiful watch. It is a beautiful piece. I do like a lot. The orange dial pops, and there are two types of watch collectors. Type 1 are the guys who do like the Monster series. Type 2 are the guys who hate it. I'm one of the guys who do like the Seiko Monsters right now. The Seiko Monster is part of the Prospex line. I think it does have the 4R36 movement, right? With hackable seconds, and it's manually windable, right? I think so. A great addition to your collection, and this one in the summertime on a matching orange NATO strap. Ooh, this would be sweet. So great choice, good addition to your Amida diver, and as well cool for everyday carry. Nevertheless, as you got already plenty of watches in your collection, your wife did complain a little bit. Even though you discovered the Bulova Moon watch, you were not allowed purchasing, at least not until you received another race. Nevertheless, Black Friday came to your rescue as you received some vouchers and were able to purchase it without spending any money. And the Bulova Moon watch is a beautiful piece. I do like the 70s shape of the case. It is a very versatile piece. This one on the leather strap or on the NATO strap change every time the appearance of the watch. It's a beautiful watch. It's very easy to read. It's very reliable. And as mentioned before, Bulova is very well respected. I don't know why they aren't that common in Europe. I know they are very common in Asia and America. I cannot understand why this is, because really the Bulova Moon watch is awesome, got its own history, its own space history as well, and yeah, it's a good looking piece. The next chronograph in your collection is the Seagull in 37mm, and man, I do like the Seagull. I have it by my own here with the Hazellite crystal, but man, the story behind that watch is awesome. Actually, you did teach a Chinese strand about watches and the basic differences. So talking about quartz versus mechanical movements, and as well, yeah, talked with him about the Seagull models. And next Christmas, he actually gave you the Seagull as a gift. And that is cool history and a cool story behind a watch. I think it adds perfectly to your existing collection. The off-white dial, the golden indices, the blue hands. It's a great piece. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, and it's rock solid as well. And as I said in my review, a column wheel chrono under 300 euros, come on. This is really a nice presentation of what's possible. And yeah, getting this watch as a present, as a Christmas gift from a friend, that's great. Last watch, which is not included in your box, shame on you, man, is a Casio vibration alarm. Shame on you, because you do wear this watch. This watch has a nice story too, as your wife did look for a alarm watch which got an alarm or a vibration alarm. She had to pass an exam and needs to train for it, and we are looking for a watch with vibration alarm to time her answers. After finishing her exam, you took over that Casio and do World Right Now for Sports. So it has a purpose. It should be part of your regular collection. And come on, everybody needs a quartz piece in the collection because it shows the accurate time. You have to adjust the other pieces too. Alright, so in total 8 watches you collected over the years. I do like how you did investigate in each piece and how they finally make their way into your collection. It's a very, very balanced collection. You do have diver, chronographs and dress watches. And yeah, now let's check out what's going to come next. Alright guys, after we reviewed AJ's collection, let's check out what to add next. So AJ, on the one hand you wrote me that you are a big fan of the IWC 3777 Flieger chronograph, in particular the Le Petit Prince version, which is 377714 with a blue sunburst dial. And it's a beautiful watch. It's a great Flieger watch. Nevertheless, short-term target shouldn't be that expensive. So your alternative was checking out the Stover Flieger, and this is why I have had the whole video on my Stover Flieger beside my computer, as AJ asked whether this watch is wearable also on a little bit more elegant straps. So I switched it to the Bülent & Son alligator strap. I do think it works as well on the alligator leather strap, but preferred actually on its original Flieger strap, which is as well available in black or in what is it, dark brown. It has a little bit more wrist presence on the original strap. On the alligator leather strap, it was very flat on the wrist, very comfortable. Nevertheless, it's not and never going to be a dress watch. It stays a tool watch with its very readable dial and yeah, looks a little bit elegant, but a little bit more elegant, but still is not a dress watch. If you don't insist purchasing from a brand which is part of the original 5, you might consider Tourby, which is a brand nearby my hometown. They do have beautiful Flieger watches. The finish of the cases is perfectly made. And they offer right now also a Flieger watch with a sunburst blue dial, which could be an alternative to the Stover actually. It's available in 42 or 43 millimeters. I will leave a link to that watch below. Photos should pop up also here somewhere. Keep this, consider this as well. It could be maybe, as I think you do like a blue dial more than a black one, a good alternative to the Stover Flieger. And I think in terms of the looks, also the Tourby Flieger would look great on a different strap than the Flieger strap. As long-term goals, you do consider actually the Omega Railmaster, Rolex Explorer and Rolex Oyster Perpetual in 39 millimeters. Considering just the 3 watches in your current collection, I don't think the Rolex Explorer would work well. On the one hand, you didn't like that much the Omega Speedmaster, and I would put the Explorer in the same corner. It's a safe bet. It's a piece you cannot do anything wrong with. But in comparison to the Railmaster and to the Oyster Perpetual, it's a little bit more on the boring side. Don't kill me guys, but I think you get my point. Especially considering AJ's collection, I do think the Explorer, yeah, it would be the safe bet, would be the safe deal, but no, not in this collection. The Railmaster, yeah, could be more possible, similar to the Explorer actually, but as the Railmaster or the Railmaster does have also the more interesting case design with the polished chamfers and the brushed regular surfaces. But I don't like that much the vintage loom they use on the reissued Railmaster. And if I have to choose between the three options, I would go Oyster Perpetual all the way. Why? I think especially the version with the blue dial and the green highlights, or the gray sunburst dial with the light blue highlights would match perfectly or fit perfectly into your collection, AJ, because on the one hand you do have a little bit additional color. 39mm is a nice size of watches. On the Oyster bracelet it was very comfortable. You can still wear it on different straps. It is a no-layered version. It is not too dressy, not too sporty. It's a classical design and yeah, would look great beside your Orient Bambino actually. And it's not too conservative, as it has this nice additional color on the dial, which to me really makes this watch interesting, very interesting. But frankly, and this is what I didn't wrote to you in my former email, don't buy the Tourby, don't buy an Omega or a Rolex. Right now you do have a very balanced collection, and I think you do really want to have the IWC Le Petit Prince Flieger chronograph. So stay with the watch collection you have right now, save up money, and then purchase directly the IWC. Because I think a Flieger watch itself is a great addition to your collection. Yeah, you have to wait a little bit longer time, but come on, you can compensate that time with wearing one of the 8 awesome pieces you have in your collection right now. And would be, from my point of view, in the end, the happier guy, as you have really in your watch collection the watch you wanted most. And you mentioned in your email twice or 3 times the IWC as the watch you love most, so this is the watch you should get. I know the need sometimes to purchase a new watch, and you feel like you have to get right now something, but really the IWC Flieger chronograph with a sunburst blue dial would be the perfect addition. It's like the Tourby, on the one hand a tool watch, on the other hand an elegant piece. You can dress it up a little bit, you can dress it down, you have different strap versions, you do have again a chronograph in the collection, and I think you are a little bit a chronograph guy. The 43mm case does fit perfectly in what you wear right now. You just have one watch which is about 37mm, all the others are between 41 and 44mm, so 43mm would be a great addition. With 15mm the IWC isn't that high, it does have great wrist presence, that one on a brown leather strap or on the original IWC bracelet would look awesome. It can look sporty, elegant, and man, sorry, but I think you should purchase the IWC. If you don't like that, okay, go with the Omega or Tourby and add up later on the Oyster Perpetual, but from my heart, I think IWC is the way you should go. Alright, AJ, I hope you did like my review of your collection and my recommendations. Again, thanks a lot for giving me the opportunity as well, guys. If you do like my collection review from AJ's collection, please give me a thumbs up. Of course, if you don't, I do accept thumbs down. I look forward to your questions, comments or recommendations in the comment section below. What is your opinion of AJ's collection? What do you think would be the best addition to his current collection? Leave also there the comments below, share this with us. I hope you did enjoy this video. Do have a great Sunday afternoon and a good start into the new week, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye guys.